My name is Debbie Binner, and my youngest daughter Chloe was 15 when she was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma. It's a type of primary bone cancer. It strikes completely out of the blue. Chloe had been a totally healthy, beautiful young girl for all her life, never been in hospital, just suddenly got a pain in her leg, and within 3 months we had a terminal cancer diagnosis. And then we found that the treatments for cancers that Chloe have are not prioritised by the industry because they don't make enough money. There's so few people. So we were not only left with a child that had a very, very severe illness with a very poor outcome, but then we were faced with the fact that industry didn't consider it a priority, which is incredibly hard for a parent to hear. We were treated with drugs that were about 30 to 40 years old, a protocol which was about 10 to 20 years old, and it just seemed so desperately sad and unfair that we weren't prioritising such a wonderful young person. Chloe went on, she was treated for 3 years. They didn't expect the treatment to work, and there was no surprise when it didn't work. And she died just 1 month after her 18th birthday. So funding this project is hugely important to me because it is one way of turning the huge tragedy of my daughter's death into doing something positive that might help other families. And I really hate the idea of somebody else, which will happen today, tomorrow, coming along and starting down the path that we went through, because it really is the worst thing that could happen to anybody. And if we can just stop a few families or give a few families a little bit of hope that their child is not written off, but that there is possibly some drug out there that could help, and then it's too late for me and my family because my daughter has died, but her legacy being that we were actually doing something that would help other families kind of helps in our healing process. So we really need you to help us. We have a very professional, targeted approach to raising funds for a very specific project, which we really believe, and we have professional input on this, that this model will start to make a difference to getting access to those better kind of treatments for children with cancer, and ultimately save lives, and also make sure that children don't have such horrific side effects from some of the current treatments.